guys, what's up? I decided to come over here and chit chat with you guys. So, I just got done doing a really badass live stream with a guy named Mark from the Freedom Model. It was very, very, very interesting, you guys. Super duper informative. If you're somebody who is like looking for a different way to recover, you really want to try something different, you guys should check out the video. I'm going to be uploading it on my YouTube channel, so it'll be available for all of you guys to watch. Just go into it with an open mind. That's all I ask, is that you go into it with an open mind. You know, don't be judgmental. A lot of people are going to freak out, you know, because it's a direct opposite of what AA and NA do. Okay, like or AA and NA believe. So just take that into consideration if you're gonna go watch the video. If you're a huge like NA or AA supporter, you're probably not gonna like it, so don't even bother. Okay. But if you're somebody who, you know, is looking for a different pathway than AA or NA, then I think it's worth a watch. And it's up on my YouTube. It'll be up on my YouTube channel tonight. Hey, Alicia. So I got all those. I literally sat here and deleted so many freaking emails, you guys. Like, bam. Damn, Gina. That was a lot of emails. Hey, Laura, what's up? Welcome to the family. Hey, Jen, what's up? Hey, Caroline. Caroline, congratulations on your second day of no smoking. Hell to the yeah, motherfucker. I'm proud of you. Hey, Alicia. I don't know if I already said that or not. But, hey, Alicia, what's up, girl? What's up with all y'all? Keep doing what they're doing. You're wonderful. Oh, thanks, Carrie. I really appreciate you saying that. I really do. Y'all know I be struggling because I get quite a bit of hate. So when you guys come in here and you say those supportive things, it really makes a difference. It really does. Because a bitch is sensitive. I'm a sensitive gangster. Okay? So it really makes a difference when y'all come and say stuff like that. Hey, Borja. What's up? Hey, Kelly. Hey, Libby. So, what do you guys got going on for this Friday night? How are you guys staying sober? I want to know from everybody in the chat. Hey, Gabrielle, how are you guys staying sober? What are you doing that's helping you stay sober on the weekends? And I also want to know how many of you guys are within your first 90 days of recovery. You've got 90 days or less of sobriety. I'll tell you what I'm doing to stay sober. Obviously, hey Sherry, obviously I am making content, going live and talking with you guys, making myself think outside the box, that's for sure. Always trying to learn something new about addiction, always. So, always trying to learn something new. That helps me, and it keeps me challenged. I don't know about you guys, but I'm like easily, like I need to have something that like makes me think, right? And so tonight I had this guy on live, and he has like created this whole program. It's the direct opposite of AA and NA. It is called the Freedom Model, and they don't believe addiction is a disease. They believe that, that is a choice, and that every person makes that choice to either stay addicted or get sober. And they also believe that people can use in moderation, which I don't even like that part. But what I did like about the video, the live that I did with him, is he really helped me to understand how much drugs don't have power over me. Okay? Drugs, oh, good job, Alicia, don't have power over you either. I will be ready to fight these bitches on your behalf. Yeah, so earlier when I posted that video, the lady that was talking about you guys, she suddenly passed away. Okay? And so she has been harassing me for over a year. And when I saw that she had passed away, I had posted something this morning that said, you know, I don't wish death upon anyone, because I don't. But I'm relieved because she's not going to be harassing me anymore. And people were like mad at me because I said that. Hey, Paula. Hey, Wendy. And I was like, why are these people mad because I said that I'm happy I'm not going to be being harassed anymore? Like, what? So it's crazy. Like, what it did is it made me realize who my real supporters were, because there was people commenting on there saying, oh yeah, you know what? I'll pull the post up right now. So what I had done is I put the post on private, but I'll pull it up right now and I'm going to read you guys some of the comments. So the reason why I asked you guys if you were in your first 90 days of sobriety is because the first 90 days of sobriety is the hardest, right? It's a lot of people don't make it to that point. So I wanted to give you guys a round of applause, bitches, for getting sober and staying sober for 90 days. You've made it this far, which is amazing. And so I know that you'll make it even farther from there. To stay sober, I moved away from everyone and everything I thought that I knew. Where I am now, I don't know anyone, and I'm also on subs. Hey, Chrissy. Good job, Alicia. I'm proud of you. Good job. Me too. I'm on subs too. And that's another thing that this gentleman and I talked about. He said, you know, you don't need Suboxone for the rest of your life, Nicole. You can get off Suboxone and you can be sober without it. You can do this. And I said, I know that I can. I know that if I want to get off subs and I want to stay sober without it, that I absolutely can. Okay? I stay on Suboxone because it's safe. And it helps me stay safe, okay? And I would rather be on subs and be safe than to try to get off and possibly make a mistake that could ruin my whole life and my son's life. So for me, it's the safer option, and that's why I continue to use Suboxone and why I've been on it for so long, because I just feel like I need to have something to help me. And then he asked me, well, why do you feel like that? Why do you feel like you need to have something to help you? And I'm straight up honest. And I'm like, because I have to have something. Every morning I wake up, it's part of my program. I take my medication, I take my mental health medication, and I get my day started, you know? And so it's just something that helps me and that I have learned over time, you know? I just passed 3 months. My sobriety date is June 27th. Oh, Borgia, I'm proud of you, babe. Thank you, Nikki, for speaking out on recovery the way you do. Me and my boyfriend have both been going through recovery for a few years now. He is on Suboxone. Sharing your videos with him is a real inspiration. Hey, Nancy, thank you. So you want me to talk to you guys about moving states away, okay? No, it wouldn't kill me if I tried to come off of it. I'm on a really low amount. I'm only on like 0.25. So I've actually come off of it before, but I just didn't stay off of it because I had really bad depression. And when I take it, it helps me to not have depression. But as long as you taper, you'll be fine, you know. But my deal is I want to stay safe, as in it's an extra line of protection for me. You know what I mean? That's what it makes me feel. It makes me feel extra protected. I got on Sublocade, which I highly recommend if you're trying to get off, babe. But I almost went back this week. I went to the doctor and told them I didn't think it was working. I didn't think it was working. The doctor goes, I don't know if that's what this is, maybe thyroid, and he's making me wait till next week. Oh my gosh, he should have called you in some Suboxone, just so you know. He can supplement you with subs. And also, Chrissy, if you already have thyroid issues, let me share something with you, okay? God, my leg's hurting. I have worked, you know, with people that are on MAT for the last 5 years, and I have met probably 20, 25 or 30 women who have thyroid problems, and they burn through their medication way quicker than a normal person. So we had one lady who was on like 16 milligrams, and she was taking her medication every day, and when she would come in and we would drug test her, she like had barely any Suboxone in her system. So the doctor was like accusing her of diverting it, you know, or telling her like, what are you doing, not taking it? And she was telling me she swore on her life that she was taking it, you know, and I was actually friends with her and talked to her on the phone and stuff. And so that's when we brought up the situation about her thyroid. And I said, do you have thyroid problems? And she goes, oh yeah, I have hypothyroidism or whatever it is, the one that makes it go more. And I was like, what? Why didn't you say something? Because that absolutely 100% can affect it. 100%. So you know what we had to do? We had to up her dose. And she had to start split dosing, because she would dose in the morning and by the next day she would start feeling not good. And that's not supposed to happen. When you dose Suboxone, you should be good for 48 hours. You could do 2 days and be fine. 3 days, 4 days is pushing it. 12 years, started taking kratom and did really well for about a year. Then he relapsed for the first time in 13 years. That was 3 years ago, and he is still a hot mess. I wish that he had stayed safe too. Yeah, Sherry. Yeah, and so that's what I think, you know, that could happen to me. And that's what I see happen with a lot of people. And this is the reason why I can't take kratom, because it's not regulated or monitored. So I would just take it, and I would take it and take it and take it and take too much, right? And so if you're somebody who struggles with taking, you know, overtaking shit like I do, like, I totally get it. I'm at a place where I've been sober and I'm on subs, never tried to be sober. How do I deal with helping my family understand they help me? Oh, Julie, hey, great question. So did you guys hear that? Julie wants to know, how can she help her family to understand that Suboxone is helping her? Okay, so first of all, you need to sit down with your family and bring them over to this Facebook page, okay? And go through my reels and make them watch every video that's about Suboxone. So first of all, you got to educate them, okay? They just think you're taking some drug that's fucking you up or something, or still getting you high. Okay, so you got to educate them about Suboxone. Share with them that Suboxone is buprenorphine and naloxone put together. Okay, buprenorphine is there to keep us from being able to get high on other opioids, and the naloxone is there to keep us from shooting it up and abusing it, right? And when we take our medication as prescribed, our Suboxone has a ceiling effect. So we're not getting any kind of high or euphoria. What happens is you take your medicine and it goes like this, right? And this is how it stays in your system. That's why it has such a long half-life. That's why you take it every day. And you never dip down below that. Now, let's say you skip your Suboxone for 2 or 3 days. Then you start going down like this, right? And then you reintroduce the Suboxone into your system. And then all of a sudden you start going like this. The goal is to keep you like that even, right? Well, here's the thing, okay? Every single one of us are capable of getting off Suboxone, okay? If we wanted to do it, we could really, really do it, right? I just don't want to do it. I don't think it's safe for me right now. I think it's a better option for me to stay on till my son's probably like 17 or 18. Then if I want to come off of it, I can come off of it. You know what I'm saying? And so I think I don't like it when doctors tell us that we can't ever get off the medication, because that's not true, right? You guys got sober from drugs, okay? You got off dope. Y'all, we got off drugs. We got off hardcore drugs. Okay? If we can get off hardcore drugs, then we can get off our maintenance med, right? Because while we're on our maintenance med, guess what we're doing? We are changing our behaviors. We're learning new things. We're learning how to stay sober. We're getting jobs and getting employed and being good members of society that we're actually, you know, putting forth and doing the work. And so while we're on our medication, we're changing, okay? And so, yeah, one day if you decided, hey, I don't want to be on this anymore, you absolutely could do it. Always, oh my God, he said that I always have very low levels of Sublocade. Yep. So talk to him about that, okay? Really, Wendy? What happened with you? Why did they accuse you of not taking it? I'm trying to move because there are no jobs here. I actually have a job in Kansas City, Missouri. I can take a bus or a train, but I can't take my dog. Oh, she's all I have left, so I won't leave her. I'm sorry. I'm trying to read y'all's comments. I'm sorry, okay? Okay, I think I need to change doctors. This guy really is going to make me suffer. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, you probably do. Where do you live at, Christine? It's always a great idea if you can find a doctor that's more educated, you know, and understands MAT better, you know, that would be good. Hey, Rena, what's up? I run Mental Health America of Utah. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. I was never on H. I got put on subs in 08 as a 20-year-old, and I didn't know that I probably didn't need it. The rehab I went to for 2 to 3 bikes a day said I needed it, and I trusted them. Chrissy, this is what I'm talking about. You didn't need to get on Suboxone. At 20 years old, what needed to happen was you needed to go into treatment, get off of drugs and alcohol, get your mind cleared, right? And then make a decision. Hey, do I want to continue my life using drugs, using alcohol, if this is where that's going to take me, right? In and out of treatment centers. Or do I want to turn my life around, get sober, and be a productive member of society, have kids, be a wife, blah, 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 right? But instead, a lot of these treatment centers and doctors, they don't understand how powerful Suboxone is, okay? Because they've never taken it, all right? Take it from me. I was an intravenous drug user, okay? I shot up dope, okay? Suboxone is strong. It's very, very strong. That's why when we have people that are coming off fentanyl and they tell me, well, I don't think 2 or 3 Suboxone is going to be enough. Listen to me. You're going to be okay. Okay? Buprenorphine is so strong. I remember the first time I took it, before I, got sober, and I didn't realize how strong it was. And I took it, and I was projectile vomiting for like 3 days. Never needed it. I was more there for Adderall, and I wasn't clear-minded. I should have just been taken off Vicodin, and that was it. Yeah, and listen, MAT treatment saved my life. I'm on MAT. I'm a huge advocate for MAT. If anything, I'm the advocate for MAT. Like, I started doing this in 2016 before there was any advocates online talking about being sober on MAT. Every advocate that was online talking about recovery was talking about 12-step based recovery. That was it. And so here I come, right? And I'm like, yo, what's up? I got sober and my life has changed. I'm on Suboxone. It helped change my life. And everybody was like, you're not sober. You're not sober. You're not in recovery. I watch you all the time. I appreciate your posts. Hey, Raymond, what's up, man? Thank you. I appreciate you. I've been on 8 milligrams for 20 years. I feel so stuck. Hey, Stacy, like, here's the thing, Stacy. Don't feel stuck, okay? This is what I want you to listen to me, all right? Don't feel stuck. Guess what, Stacy? If you want to get down to 8 milligrams, you can absolutely do it. Let me tell you something. I was on 12 milligrams, okay? And I went to my doctor and I was like, I'm having negative side effects. I love the medication. It's helped save my life, but I was getting all the negative side effects from the medication. The sweating, the fucking constipation, you know, like no sex drive, all of that. And it was starting to weigh on me. Lethargy, lack of motivation. And I was like, ugh, you know. And so I was like, I want to taper down. We started to taper down. I went down 2 milligrams every 90 days. Okay, I didn't take it fast. Literally every 90 days. So I went down from 12 to 10 and I stayed at 10 milligrams for 90 days. Didn't even feel, I couldn't even tell I dropped. Okay. Then I went from 10 to 8 and stayed at 8 milligrams for 90 days. Still couldn't even feel a difference that I had dropped. And then I went from 8 to 6 and stayed at 6 milligrams for 90 days. Still couldn't even tell that I had taken a drop. Okay. I didn't realize that I had dropped until I was over around the 4 to 2 milligram mark. Okay. And that's when I started to feel, hey, I'm only on 2 milligrams or 3 milligrams. Right. And so I'm telling you 100%, you can do it and be just fine. Just fine. Without the Suboxone, my boyfriend craves drugs and alcohol. I feel it's best for him to stay on it. Sometimes he has a problem at the doctor's too with it not showing up in his system, but they think it is because he has a very high metabolism. Yeah, that's what we were just talking about, thyroids. He was using intravenous meth, doing 1 gram to 1.5 grams 3 to 5 times a day. It's a wonder we didn't end up killing ourselves. I know that's right, honey. I do too, but at the same time, I have cravings without the Suboxone. The sweating is incessant and embarrassing. I really just need someone who will listen to me. I think I'm going to try and find an online doctor. I wonder if it's legal in Michigan. You know, the online doctor the online place that I work with, Recovery Delivered. You can get on Suboxone with Recovery Delivered. All you have to do is use my name, Nicole, and they will give you your first appointment for $49.50. And then after that, your appointments are $89 a month. So it's super cheap. Yeah, Stacy. Yeah. And honestly, just talk to your doctor about it, you know, and see, you know, if they'll help you. And I'm telling you, Stacy, listen to me. I'm telling you, once you get down to a little bit under 8 milligrams, you are going to feel so different. You're going to be like having more energy. You're going to start like I started crying a lot more, and I already cry a lot, right? Like I just started feeling more, right? And so it was so good for me to do it. So if you feel like you're in a good place in your recovery and you want to taper down, I'm telling you, it helped me a lot. Yeah, so if you guys want to look into it, there is a link. If you click on my picture, there's a link at the top of my Facebook profile that says Recovery Delivered and has all the information there. How does Suboxone work? Well, buprenorphine is the active ingredient in Suboxone, okay? And so when a person is, addicted to opioids, a lot of people, the reason why they don't get sober ever is because of the withdrawal. Trying to get sober is hard, especially, they don't want to be sick. They don't want to go through withdrawal, or it's just really hard going through withdrawal, right? So getting on something like Suboxone helps bridge the gap from that withdrawal to recovery. Okay, so when a person that is on opioids wants to get sober and use Suboxone, what they will do is they will come into the doctor's office and sit down with the doctor, and we'll talk to them, and we will ask them when the last time they used was. Okay? They'll tell us, oh, I used this morning at 8 a.m., right? Okay. And then we'll say, okay, what we're going to do is we're not going to use anymore. And you're going to go home, you're going to get this prescription, and you're going to call Nicole or call Dr. B or call Alexis, and we are going to walk you through it, your withdrawal. You'll be at home, you'll be a little bit under the weather, you're going to be feeling sick, right? But we're going to give you a test. And the test is the clinical opiate withdrawal scale. All right. So we're going to ask you a series of questions. Each question has a score, 0 through 4. Okay. I ask you all these questions. Are you sweating? Do you have cold chills? What about diarrhea? What's your pulse rate? Okay. Are you anxious? Can you stay still? All the signs that come with withdrawal. And you answer those things on a scale from 0 to 4. 0 being, I'm fine, I'm not feeling it. And 4 being, I cannot fucking handle it. Okay? And you got to be really honest about it. Don't over exaggerate. Okay? And so then we add up your score. And if you score a 14 or higher with the new fentanyl that's out there, then we can induct you onto Suboxone, which is 2 milligrams at a time until you get up to the prescribed dose that you are prescribed, right? And so what Suboxone does is buprenorphine, the active ingredient to Suboxone, comes into the brain, right? And there's these opioid receptors in our brain that where the drugs would go, right? The drugs go to these receptors, and that's how we get the feelings that we get. So buprenorphine heads on up over to those receptors, right? And attaches or occupies that receptor, so that way no other opioids can occupy that receptor. Okay? And Suboxone is a partial agonist, so it's not going to give you a euphoria or a feeling. That's what's so great about it, is that it reaches a ceiling and you're just level, and there's no ups and downs. That's why I prefer Suboxone over Methadone, because with Methadone, I would take it in the morning, and then by the next morning, I would be sick and in withdrawal. Okay? Methadone is a full opioid agonist, all right? And so that's what buprenorphine does. It comes in, it occupies that opioid receptor, so that way other opiates can't get onto it. Okay? Therefore, that helps with cravings. That helps your withdrawals go away, right? You start feeling better like a normal human being. Most people say, wow, I feel normal. I feel like my regular self again. Yeah, that's what it does. Okay, and so that's how Suboxone works. It works by occupying that receptor so other opiates can't get to the receptor. It blocks them from getting to it. That way you can't get high on them, and helps with those cravings, helps with the withdrawal, and all that good stuff. I usually have to wait 3 whole days before I could take Suboxone. When I was on Real H, I only had to wait 24 hours. Yeah, Stacy. So this fentanyl analogs that they're selling out there, they're a lot more like, think about how weed is, okay? You know, when you smoke weed, it goes to your fat cells and it sticks in there. That's what this fentanyl is like. It's sticky on your fat cells. Okay, so that's why it's like super important that when you're taking Suboxone or inducting onto Suboxone, you have got to do the clinical opiate withdrawal scale, because some people 3 days isn't even enough. Some people aren't even, I'm telling you 100%, 3 days. Some people are just getting to the point where they're scoring like an 11, you know, on the scale. And so that's why it's so important to have that scale and use that scale, and be honest when you're taking the test, so that way, like I said, you don't score yourself over and then you're really not in that bad a withdrawal. So when you take it, what would happen if you took Suboxone and you had the fentanyl or whatever in your system, right? The fentanyl is on those opiate receptors. It's hanging out there. It's chilling. It's, ooh, we're high. We're feeling good. Right? And here comes buprenorphine, Suboxone, and here's fentanyl on that receptor, and Suboxone comes and goes boom and busts that motherfucker over the head and pushes that fucking fentanyl completely off of the receptor really quick, fast, and in a hurry, right? Which in turn will put you into withdrawal, right? So think about when a person is overdosing, right? And they get hit with the Narcan and they come to, whoa, right? That's what, when a person has opiates in their system, they take Suboxone comes in, bam, 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 gets it off there. And if they take it too soon, like I said, too close to it, they will get sick as a dog. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen precipitated withdrawal, but it is way worse than regular withdrawal. You will be shaking uncontrollably, okay? Throwing up out of your asshole and your mouth, okay? Like, it is really bad. Has had to go to Dehoxville. Yeah. So, exactly, like rapid detox. Yeah, there you go. So I hope that explained it. Who asked me that question? They asked how Suboxone works. Julie did. Hey, Julie, did that help you to understand how Suboxone works? Julie, wasn't it you who asked me to help your family understand? And then I was telling you, and then I got totally distracted and went to another subject, which is honestly something that I struggle with, if y'all haven't noticed that yet. So I'm sorry about that. Teaching your family members. So let's say you have family members that are like, you don't need to be on Suboxone. That's just another drug. Oh, it's just a crutch. You don't really want to be sober. If you really wanted to be sober, you wouldn't take any drugs, right? That's just legal heroin. Might as well go shoot heroin or fentanyl. Okay, let's say you got those kind of family members. If you have those kind of family members, first of all, you can have them call me. I'll cuss their motherfucking asses out. Okay, I will, and I won't be sorry about it. But if those are the kind of family members you have, and they're willing to actually try to learn, it's worth a try to educate them about MAT and how it works, right? But if they're not willing to even try to hear you out or learn, fuck them, okay? Fuck them, all right? Because here's the thing. I would rather be on Suboxone than be in the grave, you know? I love how you're truthful and real about life, my girl. And truthful knows what being an addict is about, and not just something someone learns from a book or educated about so they can help others. Hell yeah, Stephanie, this is the real deal. I lived this life, right? And I didn't go to school to learn about it. I learned about it on my own experiences. And so I hope that you guys know that I'm trying to go to school and get certifications so that way I can like help more people. But you know, this is just what I've learned over time working for my boss, helping people online. And basically when I started sharing my story, I came to Facebook in 2016 because I wanted to find other people that were on Suboxone. Okay, I got on Suboxone and I was in AA and I was like, nobody here's on subs. Nobody understands me. Hey, Allie, what's up, girl? Nobody understands me. They don't get it. They don't know what it's like. And so I felt really just alienated and awkward and, you know, not like I had any kind of fellowship. And so I came to social media looking for a fellowship for people that were like me, who were utilizing medication-assisted treatment and were serious and wanted to stay sober and didn't want to go out and use drugs and wasn't trying to manipulate the system. We were really trying to change our lives and do the right thing, you know? Thanks, Stacy. Oh, do you feel judged by people that are like kind of book smart, that learned from the book instead of that have lived it? I understand that. My first counselor was very young and had never done a drug in her life. I ended up counseling her. People like you, Nikki, are perfect for the counseling role. Thanks, Sherry. Thank you. I appreciate that. I will tell you guys, y'all want to know, so I reached out to this program because I was like, you know, I am already working with people, and I want people to be able to trust me and know that I have the education to be able to help them, right? And so I reached out to this program to become a certified alcohol and drug counselor. They want $5,600 to become
new visitor,
a certified alcohol and drug counselor, okay? Then I went and I looked up how much it would be to become an interventionist through one of my friends who is an interventionist page. It's $600 through the company that he went through, and then I found one that's $300. The training is $300, and I was like, well, that's more in my wheelhouse of being able to afford. I at least want to be able to have some kind of certification, you know, I want people to feel safe. And some people, I feel like seeing that makes them feel safe. You know what I mean? But I have done it. I have lived it. His family doesn't understand. He was working at the same place as his sister back a few months ago, and she told the boss he was on drugs because he takes Suboxone. That makes me mad. I always feel judged because I'm on Suboxone. Alyssa, I understand my family does. I have tried to talk to it. Listen, Alyssa, don't. We're not going to judge you here, okay? Here on my account, we are totally accepting of all pathways to recovery. Medical marijuana, abstinence, kratom, methadone, whatever you do that helps you improve your quality of life, okay, and become a better person, I'm all for that shit. And I'm not so like dumb to I don't think that there's one way, okay? A lot of people are just closed-minded, okay? I'm not so closed-minded to think that there's only one way or the highway. So, y'all got some good questions for me tonight. Give me some more. I love it. Hit me with your best shot. Hit me with your best question. I love answering questions. I really, really do. Oh, Kimberly, I'm so sorry, girl. We'll be praying for you. Caroline, it's only 9 o'clock. You're going to bed on me already? Damn. Remind me I can't party with you. I'm just teasing. Thanks for being in here. I appreciate your support, babe. I love talking about substances and recovery. Like, I just really enjoy it. Kimberly, did she pass away from an overdose? Right. So, sure, Suboxone could be a crutch, right? If we're just like using it and not trying to improve our lives, right? Which is still fine. If you're just getting on Suboxone and it's simply just there to like hold you up from going out and using drugs, and you're using it as a harm reduction tool, I'm still here for you. I love you, and I'm going to be here for you, right? I'll be here for you until you're ready to take the next step and utilize Suboxone and actually change your life, right? So getting on Suboxone isn't going to change us and make us better people. We have to go and do the work to become better people, to change our negative behaviors that we practice for so long using drugs and alcohol, right? And so through working and changing and doing therapy and all the things that we do to heal, that's when we start, changing our ways and becoming better people. And I that's when I believe that Suboxone is just a tool. Okay? Suboxone is just a tool in your toolbox, just like AA or NA is a tool in people who are abstinence toolbox. That's what they use that helps them stay sober. This is what we use that helps us stay sober. Yeah, we're praying for you, Kimberly. And as you can see, we are all about the Suboxone. So, And I'm really sorry about your loss. That's just so awful. You have? Thanks, Kim. I appreciate you, girl. I love you. I appreciate all of you guys who follow me. Like, for real, it means a lot to me. Can you OD on amphetamines? Great question. It's really difficult. It's really difficult, okay? You can do something called over-amping, right? I'm crying so hard. I'm so sorry. Why are you crying, girl? What's wrong? Sometimes I wish I could have took it. Instead, it made me incredibly sick. Yeah, some people just, it's like I said, Nancy, it's a strong medication. And so some people, it's just not, they don't need it. They don't need it, right? And so that's fine. And I'm happy that you didn't need it. Hey, Jessica, what's up, girl? Jessica, I want to tell something. I want to shout Jessica out real fast, you guys. So Jessica knows that I'm trying to get my interventionist certification. Okay. And like I said, the classes are expensive. And this girl sent me $100, y'all, to put towards my intervention fund. So I just want to shout you out and tell you out in front of everybody how much I appreciate that and how much like it means to me, and that I will show you the day that I buy those courses. I am going to record it so that way you guys can see me taking the money and putting it on those courses, okay? Because that just meant so much to me that you were willing to invest in me making myself better. So, get a little emotional. I was just telling everybody that I was trying to get this CADC certification out of California because that's where I work. And it's $5,000. $5,000 to go to school there, to go to school for this online, CADC program. And I just could not believe it. Like, how are drug addicts paying for that, Yeah, so the interventionist certification, it's not only going to teach me, it's going to help me to learn more about, so one of the things that you guys might not know is that I get a lot of family members who reach out to me. Okay, I get a lot of moms and dads, sisters, brothers, aunts, uncles, and they reach out to me, and I just give them my phone number, and I do it all for free, right? I do it all for free. I call their loved one. I'll talk to their loved one, that's struggling with addiction. I'll call them out of nowhere. They won't even know I'm calling. I'll just call them because their family member asked me to. But it'll help me to be able to learn how to help families of addicts and alcoholics and the addict too, right? And so that's why I want to do it. I also want to do it because having that certification will help me to be able to, it'll help me in my career, okay? So I will be able to be an interventionist and actually do real interventions and help people. Nancy says, even though I have been clean since 2018, sometimes I still crave the way it made me feel. How do you get over that? Oh, that's a great question. So let me talk to you guys about cravings. I'm so glad you asked me that question. Okay, so you know how you always hear people say, oh, I'm craving pickles and ice cream, pregnant women, right? Oh, I'm craving chocolate, I'm craving this. So a craving is something that you have after you've taken that something into your body, okay? So I can't crave a chocolate chip cookie unless I just got done eating a chocolate chip cookie, and then I'll crave more of the chocolate chip cookie, right? Cravings come after use, okay? Trigger, thought, obsession, use, phenomenon of craving, okay? And so as long as you know that, hey, just because I'm thinking about drugs and the way they made me feel, I have power over my thoughts and actions today, right? That substance does not have power over me. Heroin is not going to pick me up put me in the car, take me to the dope man's house, and shoot me up, right? I have the power to not choose to go get heroin, okay? Or fentanyl or whatever. All right. And so once you can really realize that, okay? And so what is going on here? Hold on, y'all. Are y'all there? Okay, there. What's up? So like I said, you have to take action to get high. Huh? When you realize that drugs and alcohol don't have power over you, that's a huge step. That's what has helped me, okay? Like today, I know that I have the power, okay? That drugs and alcohol no longer have me underneath their spell, and that I can make good choices today. Now, do I think you're ever going to never want to feel that feeling again? It's like really normal to like think about the way it used to make you feel, right? Because we enjoyed it, okay? We did drugs because we enjoyed the way drugs made us feel, okay? So it's not bad or unhealthy to think about the way they made you feel, right? The only thing that would be bad or not, or unhealthy or not good, is if you are reminiscing, thinking about the way they made you feel, right? And wanting that feeling again. We are not powerless. Exactly, Stacy. We have the power to make good decisions. As long as we don't put drugs and alcohol into our bodies, right? We have the power of choice. We can control our impulses. We know what we're doing, okay? It's when we put drugs and alcohol into our bodies that it inhibits us, all right? And it makes it difficult to make good choices and control our impulses, right? So today, if you can look at yourself in the mirror and say, I have power, okay? I have power over you, heroin. I have power over you, fentanyl, okay? I have power over you, methamphetamine. You're not going to run my life. That helped me a lot. Then talking about it, letting people know, hey, like I've really been thinking about wanting to use a lot lately, you know, and kind of like just sharing that helps me a lot. I call it snitching on my addiction, okay? And so one of the things that I believe is that when we keep things a secret, it like festers, right? It's like a deep, dark secret that nobody knows. And so when we can shed light on that and actually say, hey, what is this? Hold on, y'all. Who is this? Charging her for what? Girl, I'm live. I don't even know what I was saying. This girl's calling me. Using dreams? Oh yeah, I have using dreams too. Joey says, I've never had a problem with addiction, but I've debated on going to a Suboxone clinic for pain management because nothing helps other than opioids, and doctors, especially here in Western North Carolina, almost never prescribe them. My current doctor won't even prescribe tramadol for more than a 7-day supply. Damn, really, Joey? That sucks. So, Joey, let me put you on, okay? Let me help you out here. If I were you, I wouldn't go the Suboxone route for pain management. If I were you, I would go the Methadone route, okay? If you can find a pain management doctor that will write you the pills, the 10 milligram methadone pills, that would be, to me, methadone has a lot more pain relieving capabilities. You know what I'm saying? But if you do choose to get on Suboxone, there's this thing called Butrans, and Butrans is a patch, and it's actually created for pain, okay? So that could help. And you'll also need to know that if you get on Suboxone, most likely they're going to make it to where you can never get pain pills from a doctor. They're going to see on your chart that you're on Suboxone, and like most doctors after that won't prescribe you an opioid, you know? So back to the thing, snitching on my addiction. That helps me so much, okay? Because when I was in my addiction, I used to lie and keep secrets. And so when I can tell people what I'm going through and process that, it really, really, really does help me. So that's another way that I, help myself when I'm having triggers or cravings. Another thing that I do is I like to make pros and cons lists. I like to write down the pros of getting high and the cons of getting high, and then compare the two. And that also helps me a lot. So yeah, do I think I'm going to get over it to where I never have a thought about using? No, I think that, I'll have days when I think about it, but I know today that I don't have to go out and use and act on it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the beauty of recovery, is that now I know that I don't have to pick up, right? I don't have to pick up drugs to escape reality anymore, because guess what? The reality that I live now, that I have created around me, I love it. I love my life today. I love helping people. I love making videos about addiction. I love talking about drugs, the hoops you have to jump through. Hold on. Maybe it's the hoops you have to jump through to get any kind of opioid through, like pain management clinic, are hell a lot worse to navigate than most addiction clinics in the area. Joey, if you decide you want to do Suboxone, you can get your first appointment with Recovery Delivered telemedicine for $49.50. And just so you know, there's a link at the top of my Facebook page, and just use my name, Nicole, and they'll give you your first appointment for half price, and then it's just $89 a month to see the doctor. Okay, I just got out of prison, and right now I'm not on anything, but may have to go back to subs. I sure have missed hearing from you. Hey, Ashley, you're out of prison. Oh my God, bitch, what's up? What's up? Hey, girl, I'm so happy for you. Welcome back to the real world, ho. Oh, I'm sorry, Bradford. How long did it take you to get to where you're at now? That's a good question, Belinda. Thanks for asking. Nancy, real fast before I answer your question. Nancy, are you subscribed to my YouTube channel? Because if you aren't, you need to. I am literally I just dropped a video about what started my stimulant addiction, okay? And the first video in the series was about phentermine, okay? And so what I'm doing is I'm making a series on stimulant addiction and how I became addicted to stimulants, what started it all. And so weight loss, phentermine. Basically, phentermine is Adipex, and that was a drug that I was prescribed at a young age, 15 years old, okay? And that opened up the door for me to the world of stimulants, okay? So if you want to, go sub to the YouTube channel, because you're going to love it. Yeah, man, anytime. It's super cheap, so that's why I tell you guys about it, because it's cheap as hell. How long did it take you to get to where you're at now? Well, I got sober in 2015. I'll give you guys like a timeline, a play-by-play. I got sober in July of 2015. It took me 1 year to get custody of my son back. I got a job the first month I was out of rehab, and I started working, a job. After I got my son back, I ended up losing that job, and I got a different one. And my husband started working as a manager at Kroger. I didn't have a car. and I had to walk everywhere. Then in 2017, I think, 2018, 2017 or 18 is when I bought my car, and I didn't have good credit, so my husband had to put it on his name, but you know, I got the car, and that was huge because I had been walking it everywhere, pushing Nate around in a stroller. Still working at at Hallmark. Then I started my YouTube channel in 2017 and started really posting in 2018. A year after I had been posting in 2019 is when I met Dr. B in 2018, and in 2019 he asked me, hey, if I have a job position open, would you want to work for me? And that's when I told him, hell to the yeah, hell yeah, right? And so he was like, okay, good to know. And so 2019 was a good year. I was, you know, making content on Facebook, or on YouTube, and a little bit on Facebook, but I really popped off in 2020 when I got hired by my boss Austin and Dr. B, and I started working with them. I started posting on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and I blew up on TikTok. I got a lot of followers kind of quick in 2020, and that kind of like catapulted all my other social media platforms. That really helped me a lot to for people to know who I was, because I was well known in the recovery community on the mat side of things. Like, all the people on Suboxone know who I am, right? But nobody really knew me in the recovery scene, right? They just knew the people that were on MAT and stuff. So making a TikTok really helped me get established and get a little bit better known. So it took me a good solid 5 years to get to where I am today. Okay, I've been sober for 7. All right, but it took me. Hey Nikki, hey Jordan. I've been sober for 7, but it took me a good 5 solid years to get a good job, my own vehicle. You know, I put in a lot of work on my social media accounts. Like, I was posting I still do. I post every single day, 3 to 5 videos a day on multiple platforms. I go live almost every single day for 2-3 hours at a time on multiple platforms. And that is a full-time job. A lot of work, y'all. A lot of work. So if you're meaning, how long did it take me to get to where I'm at in my social media thing? It took blood, sweat, and tears. 5 years. 5 years of posting consistently. Okay? 5 years of reaching out to people, asking them if I could share my story, going on podcasts, going on talk shows, on TV, like, for real. Okay? And then the sobriety part, that took even more work. Okay? I was going to therapy once a month, therapy at my Suboxone clinic with Melissa. Then I was going to groups once a month at my Suboxone clinic. Then I was doing AA meetings. Once I got out of AA, I started chairing MARA meetings and doing online recovery meetings every single day. So, like, when I tell you a lot of fucking work, I'm not lying to you, okay? Like, I really had to put in a lot of work to get to where I'm at. 2 years of probation, I'm done. Yay! I'm so proud of you. I like Dr. B. I follow him too. Yes, I love him so much. He's great. He's really helped me in my life. Does subs give you heartburn? They give me heartburn and the hiccups. No, they don't. But you know what you should do? Tums, baby. Take you some Tums. I started sharing my story because of this reason. Okay? I started sharing my story because I had 1 year sober. It was 2016, July of 2016. And I asked my sponsor if I could share my story. And she said, sure, why don't you reach out to the treatment center that you graduated from and see if you can go there and share your story. Okay, good idea. So I did, and they said yes, and I went and shared my story. And that's the moment I found out and I realized that I wanted to help people by sharing my story, like speaking, right? Public speaking. That's when I realized, hey, I really like telling stories, and I'm fucking good at it too. I think I fucking want to do this shit. I felt so great after I told my story. Everybody was hugging me and we were all crying. It was such a relief to be able to share like my truth with people, and they were understanding and they felt the same way, or they've done the same things. It gave me so much peace. You know what I mean? So I was like, I want to do this. I want to help people. Then I said, okay, I'm going to help people, but how do I get to all these people, right? So that's when I made a social media account, a Facebook account, a new one, because my old ones were drug ones. And I was probably on Facebook for a couple months, and I got into the recovery community. And at this time, it was Andrew Hager Live, because I'm in the bedroom with my son and my husband. They're laying down. It was when Andrew Hager Live first started. It was when James Sweezy first started. It was when Rich Walters first started. All of those people. It was when Chandalyn first started. Addict Chick first started. Like, brand new, right? They were all brand new. Recovery advocates on social media were like the new big thing, right? And so I was like, I want to share my story. I want to make a group and share my story. So I went on and I went into some people's groups. They invited me to share my story with them, right? I was honest about being on Suboxone. And at that time in 2016, the recovery community was not like it is now. The recovery community back then was they only recognized abstinence-based recovery. And if you said you were on Suboxone or Methadone, then they would straight up tell you, you are not clean and sober. You are doing legal heroin. Your drug dealer is your doctor now. And they would straight up tell you, and that was it. People would make fun of me. They would post memes about Suboxone, and it was just the most hurtful shit, right? And so I was like, dude, I fucking can't do this shit. Like, I literally got on subs, and I was so ashamed to get on Suboxone, okay? I was so ashamed and so embarrassed because I felt like a fucking failure, all right? It took a lot for me to choose to get on subs. And so I didn't need the extra negativity from people that I didn't even know, right? And so I said, fuck this shit, I'm leaving. And I fucking left Facebook. And I deleted it, and I went and I made a YouTube channel. And I started posting, just talking to the camera about my life. I would wake up in the morning and I would make bacon and eggs for my little boy. And I would walk around my house cleaning up, and I would talk to the camera. And then people started coming in there, you know? And that's how I got started. But it took a lot of work. So the reason I told you that is because the reason why I started was because I was going to be the person who was going to stick up for people on Suboxone. Okay? I was like, fuck this shit. I'm a trailblazing ass bitch. I'm going to go in and I'm going to fucking take all the hate. I'm going to take all the people saying I'm not sober. I'm going to step out in front of all these people who are on subs, right? And I'm going to tell the world I'm on Suboxone and I'm sober and I'm proud of myself and I have my son back. And what I did was I stepped out in the front, right? And started making it normal and acceptable to be on Suboxone, because I kept making videos and I kept talking about recovery and I kept sharing my story. And what happened was, you guys found me. people started finding me and people started joining in on the fucking mission, dude. Then my friend Jeff created MARA, which is a 12-step program, not AA or NA, Medication Assisted Recovery Anonymous. Okay? And he started that. And I was like, oh, hell yeah. Now we got a fucking program that we can work. I'm going in. And so I just started doing the MARA meetings. And so, like, when I tell you guys, I can remember it. It was like 2017, 18. And I remember talking to people online and them saying it, you know, like, people, you have to be, you're the only person, you're the only woman who is speaking about being sober and being on Suboxone. Okay. And like when I tell you guys, Chandalyn, she wasn't on Suboxone. Addict Chick wasn't on Suboxone. James Sweezy wasn't on Suboxone. In fact, James Sweezy, these other advocates were talking negatively about Suboxone. They were saying Suboxone's not sober, blah, 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 blah. And so it took a lot of fucking balls, okay, to come on and put myself out there for people to ridicule me. And I got fucking ridiculed. My husband has seen it. He's went through it with me. I've cried at night because people were making fun of me or harassing me and stalking me and bullying me. It was horrible to share that part of my life. So now I'm getting my bachelor's in social work so I can do drug counseling. Oh, that's great, Nikki. Good job. That's one thing that does keep me from using. Since then, I've got a car. My son came to live with us, and we are buying a house. In our last month of addiction, we had lost everything. Each other, because oh, wow, Nancy, I'm so glad that you're back together. So, yeah, we always find each other. But I'm telling you guys, like, I will never, ever, ever be ashamed of my recovery ever again. Ever again. You know, I was really ashamed of my recovery because I was on Suboxone. And it was because I was taught to be ashamed. I was taught that my recovery is less than. I was taught, you know, by my peers. And so when the majority of people are telling you you're not in recovery, your pathway is not acceptable, you know, I just didn't want that to be like that forever. I didn't want it to be like that for other people that were coming behind me, right? So you guys got to understand, like, this is when, like, Suboxone clinics were just starting to really, you know, pick up and people were really going to Suboxone, and they were moving away from Methadone more and going to subs, right? And the sub clinics were having meetings and stuff like that. And so at this time, you know, these sub clinics were literally playing my videos in their Suboxone clinics, you guys. You know what I mean? I was like, hell to the fucking yeah. I got 5 years clean. I love your videos. Hey, Kristen. Thanks, baby. Okay, Nikki. See you later, girl. I've not been on mats myself, but shit, I don't think it's nothing to be ashamed of. Yeah, same, Stephanie. And that's the thing. Like, I'm the kind of person, like, I don't know. I just don't think that I would never shame somebody for their path to recovery, right? I would never tell someone whether they were clean or sober or not, right? So I see a lot of people that do that. They tell people you're not sober, okay? Like, think about that. You're literally don't know anything about this person except for what you see online, and you're telling this person that they're not sober, you know, like, that's really fucked up. And that is why today, you guys, listen to me. Today, when I posted that post about Carol, I wasn't trying to say that I was happy that she died, but you guys got to understand, this is a lady who bully, stalked, and harassed me for over a year, okay? And so I was so relieved that she was not going to be able to bully, stalk, and harass me anymore, because she's a woman in recovery. Okay, and that's what I couldn't understand. That's why I said that, because we're we're all supposed to support each other, right? Just because I got sober through MAT and you got sober through abstinence doesn't mean that like I'm better than you or you're better than me. Like, we're all on the same journey. We're all trying to fight the disease of addiction, right? Hey, Carrie, what's up, girl? Did you like it? What did you think? I got emotional during that live because he really made me kind of think about some things that I had never really thought about before, you know? Hey, Jeanette. Totally different, totally different. And I think that what I think the problem is, and the reason why I think some people that are abstinent talk down to those of us that are on medication assisted treatment, what I believe it is that it's a jealousy, right? It's an insecurity. They feel as if we have somehow gotten over, right? We didn't go through withdrawal, which actually is not true. We go through withdrawal to get on MAT. You know what I mean? But I think that they feel slighted, like we are taking the easy way out. And honestly, it is not taking the easy way out. It's actually, we're adding an extra step. Tink, I'm on the fence about your earlier live with the freedom guy. Yeah, so listen to me, okay? Like, I really wanted to give him an opportunity to come share about his program because that's what I'm about, okay? So I'm all about sharing different pathways to recovery, okay? And so this guy has a really good program that he has created, and he's been doing it for 34 years, okay? And so there are some people who do not want to be in AA, NA, the treatment industry, right? And that program could help them, you know what I mean? And so that's why I wanted to give him the opportunity to come on and share. Now, I do want to see the proof that he's talking about, because he says that they did all this research to prove that addiction is not a disease, and that they did all this research on the brain. And so I really want to see the proof, because when I talked to my doctor, when I talked to my boss, Dr. B, and I asked him, like, is addiction a disease? He sat me down and he explained to me, there's a reason why it's called a disease, Nicole, and it has to meet 4 different criteria to be classified as a disease. Okay, I think it's like chronic, relapsable condition, treatable. I have to look it up, but there's these different bullet points that something has to meet to be classified as a disease, right? And so the freedom model, they don't believe that addiction is a disease. What they believe is that when we take a person that takes drugs and alcohol, chooses to take drugs and alcohol feel good, the person likes the drugs and alcohol, and so they choose to continue using them. And that's what they believe. They believe that you get sober when you choose that you want to change your life. They don't believe that drugs hijack your brain. They don't believe that, they don't believe any of that stuff. And so that's where, like, I believe that we have a disorder of the brain. That's what I believe, which is a disease of the brain. Addiction is a disease of the mind. Okay. And, I believe that those of us that have addiction, we had it before we ever picked up a drink or a drug. And a lot of us can sit here and tell you exactly about that. Oh yeah, when I was a kid, I used to overeat, blah, 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 right? And so they don't believe that in the freedom model. But hey, you know what? Some people don't believe that addiction is a disease, and that program might be perfect for them. You know what I mean? But he's like, Hey, Liz. He, like I said, he created the freedom model, and he's 52. He's been doing it for like 30 something years. And that's why I asked him at the end, I said, you've been doing this for so long. Why have I never heard of it? Right? Why don't I know about the freedom model? And it's because, like he said, whenever he created it and they started, putting it online and sharing about it, that AA basically blackballed him. They literally got him taken off Google to where he could not advertise his non-12-step recovery program, and he took AA to court. Like, you guys have to watch the video. He's a really smart guy. His like beliefs are a lot different than anything you've ever heard, so don't get angry when you watch it, okay? But he believes that, we have the power to speak it, to be sober, to choose not to do drugs. That reason why we stay on drugs is because we like the way they feel, and we continue to use them because, we like the way it makes us feel. And so we will finally choose to get sober when something happens. We want to get sober and change our lives, right? And so that's what they believe. It's kind of hard for me to say, like, I feel like whenever I was on drugs and I was pregnant with my son, I feel like drugs were almost controlling me. Do you know what I'm saying? Because in my sound, sane, sober mind that I am right now, I would never use drugs and alcohol while I was pregnant. But while I was under the influence, it made it easy for me to do that because I was using substances, and those substances made me not feel. Do you understand what I'm saying? And so, do I think I just used drugs because I liked the way they made me feel and I had no regard for my son and I didn't care? No, I don't believe that. I believe that I was sick and that I was under the influence and that I was not thinking clearly, and that made me have bad choices, make bad choices. It's hard. To admit it and say, like, I liked getting high, so I just kept getting high. That's not how I felt in my heart at the time. When I was using, I would cry. I was upset with myself. I was mad. I was disappointed in myself because I couldn't stop using, so yeah, it'll be a good watch if you want to watch it. I'm going to put it on my YouTube channel. But it's interesting. Right. And that's what I believe too, Tink. I believe that, sure, drugs don't walk me to the dope man's house to get drugs. They don't physically do these things to me, right? But being under the influence and being fucked up on those drugs, right? We make choices we normally wouldn't choose. Yeah, that's my YouTube channel down below. When we're fucked up on drugs, we make choices we normally wouldn't make because of being on drugs. Do you know what I'm saying? And so, was it really hard to watch? Oh my God, I feel so bad. Why? Why was it? Is it because, listen, I want you to ask yourself this, okay? Was it hard to watch because of what you've been taught about addiction, and so it's hard for you to hear other things, that other opinions, right? Or what? Hold on. I'm trying to find the video because I'm downloading it. How to get sober? Okay, freedom model. Download. If you guys want me to, I can show it to you right here.
Hey guys.
Lower that. I used intermittently most of my pregnancy. Somehow she was born with very minimal NAS. Only a stomach ache, but every happy, healthy, ate well. Oh, good. I'm so happy. Thank you.
Recently, I was here on TikTok one day, and I found.
Okay, I get it. I hear what you're saying, Tink. And listen, like, yeah, I wouldn't choose to overdose. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't fucking choosing that. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna overdose. I'm gonna ruin my life. Do you think I chose to get? I didn't go out and say, you know what? I'm gonna shoot methamphetamine. I'm gonna get pulled over and catch a Class C felony. No. In my right mind, I would never do that, you know? And so I understand why it's hard. I try to be so open-minded. Yeah, I'm downloading it right now. I try to be so open-minded because I have guests on my channel, you guys. And so I always want to give everybody like a chance to share their belief and feel heard, okay? And so I do think that he has some things that I believe, though. Like he was talking about, what was I saying? Like how when what we think in our mind, we manifest things, right? If we believe that we are going to be addicted and sick for the rest of our life, then we'll be addicted and sick for the rest of our lives. You know what I mean? But if we believe that we can overcome this and get better and change, then that's what will happen. I like that. That's something that I can get down with. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, I got emotional during the live stream because I don't know what it is, but it made me start thinking about, well, was I choosing that? It was really, it made me emotional. It made me emotional. Hold on, I'm trying to get to my YouTube channel, you guys. And I know y'all are probably like, girl, you're so crazy, but I got emotional. Hey, Adele, what's up? The sick brain made you. I've been there before. Matt saved my life. Yeah. And so this man believes that drugs do not hijack our brains. And like I said, I want to see like the proof of this. But I believe that when you're under the influence of substances, that your brain and your thinking is not operating at the same level it would be if you were without substances. So therefore, you make decisions you normally wouldn't make, I was second guessing myself. Did you see that? I was, just so you know. I was. And that's why I have to be really careful, because I don't want to make a mistake. That's why, like, I'm not going to, no, he doesn't have his own YouTube channel. That's why I got him to come tell this. Here, I'm getting it. Hold on. I was second guessing myself. That's why I got emotional. I started crying because I was like, wait a second. Like, he's got some really, really good, solid points that really made me think, But I'd be okay. I ain't going down. Don't worry about me. I'm not going to make no stupid decisions. Okay. Fuck it, dude. I'll have to show you right here. I'm gonna take you guys in another room, okay? Because my husband and my son are trying to sleep, and I feel bad. So, I guess I'll go in the bathroom.
Well, I mean, you can go downstairs.
Okay.
Downstairs is good.
Okay, I'll go downstairs. I forgot that downstairs is fixed, so I can go downstairs. And then I can turn it up and show y'all, so I can be loud and in charge. Okay, will you open the door for me?
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. All right, here we go, kiddos. Love you too, babe. All right, y'all. Now we're talking. Okay. I can actually come downstairs now. Oh, man. Y'all have no idea. This whole house was covered in plastic and paint and all this. Now it's freshly painted. Yeah, I do that sometimes. I second guess myself, dude. I gotta stop doing that. Okay, so who is that that's wanting to see this? Us. Okay. Let me pull some good parts. Okay.
So I'm like never gonna like try to like shut somebody off because they have a different pathway to recovery than me. You know what I mean?
All right, pay attention.
Like I always want, hey, what's up? Before I came to TikTok, I was like totally against. I had this experience because, like I said, this morning she was just sleeping all day, so I didn't want to wake her up, and I didn't give her diabetes shot. I kept on failing, and every time I would fail, I would feel even more, fucked up. And then finally, the way I was able to get help was by a psychiatrist that said, "Hey, we're going to try MAT treatment for you," and they gave me this medication that helped me to get my life together to where I could actually function and not be obsessing over drugs. And then, my life has improved so much since then that I've been able to get down to like a little itty bitty piece, and I'm kind of just chilling at that right now because I want to stay safe while my little boy is young, But I had a really bad experience, and I know a lot of people who follow me are on medication-assisted treatment, or maybe they're Cali sober, and they've had really bad experiences. So I was thinking, I would love for you to come on and share about the freedom model, how you guys came about creating it, why you created it, what your experience was when you were getting sober. And so basically, I'm just going to let you talk, and if I have any questions, I'll just ask.
Yeah, sure. Well, thanks for having me on.
You're welcome.
My name is Mark. My name is Mark Sharon, and I started the Freedom Model when I was 19 years old. I'm 52 years old now.
Wow.
And I grew up in an AA household. Treatment was a big part of who we were as a family. My mom was a counselor.
Okay, so I want to fast forward it. That's his story, but I want to show you.
33 years ago, and we started the research. Took me 12 years to get out of AA to do all the labyrinth of bullshit that I was infected with in my mind, and also the paradigm in our country and Western culture that teaches people that they're these sick, broken people. And I walked out.
Joanne, don't listen to them, girl.
My way out of that labyrinth.
You're in recovery.
And I came out with the Freedom Model, which is that humans, which ironically is where I started at the accident site, where I said I'm going to change my life and be the good citizen.
Yeah.
I now basically show people, get rid of all the mythology, debunk all the lies that you've been told, and then it becomes very easy to change your mind and move on. So that's essentially my whole story.
I believe, whenever I first found y'all's accounts, I really believe the whole, what you say and speak and believe in your heart and mind is what will happen. I really do believe that, And the reason why is because after I did get sober and I started working on myself, I was always so negative, and I would tell myself I couldn't achieve things and I wouldn't be able to make it. And one day I was like, I'm going to stop doing this, and I started speaking positively to myself. And when I started doing that internally and out loud, I started to be better and do better. And so when I first found y'all's account, I was really like,
Joanne, I'm so sorry, girl.
Dude, this is something that I believe, But then I started getting scared because y'all talk about moderation. So tell me, that was what I was like.
So this is one of the parts that I don't agree with.
I guess I could do it.
They talk about using in moderation.
If I put my mind to it, I could do it. And that's the thing, is it a good idea for me to put my mind to it? You know what I mean? But that's what kind of caught me off guard. I love the whole idea of getting away from AA, deprogramming from AA. I'm serious. I've went through some abusive, just not good situations being in AA for so many years, over 10 years, and being the failure that never was able to accomplish sobriety through the program, And so I totally get down with what you're putting down about changing the way you think and
Let's hit this moderation thing because it's funny that you would bring that up, but not so funny. So I start the Freedom Model text with a line that says anybody can moderate their use.
Anybody can moderate their use. Okay, so I want to talk to you about that. Like, to me, no, I don't think that anybody can moderate their use. I think that some people are not capable of that. You know what I mean? And I think that I am one of those people that is not capable of moderating my use of drugs, right? And so when I found them, that really kind of like made me start thinking, oh, should I moderate? Should I try to use methamphetamine in moderation? And I started questioning. So that's the part that I get disconnected from the whole program from. But Jeanette, I really want you to see the whole thing on my YouTube channel. You'll see what I'm saying. He has some good solid points about, just our thinking and how we operate in addiction and stuff like that. You'll see what I'm saying. It was a good conversation, good conversation. But I wanted to talk because I wanted to come on here because I seen Joanne has been having a hard time. So Joanne, what's been going on? I chose to use it. And when I lost my job, my child, my home. Hold on, Ruiz. I'm trying to read your comment. My child, my home. 6 months and 8 days clean. Good job. But when you lost your job, your home, and your kid, that is what catapulted you to make a change, right? I couldn't stop. I felt like I was in a dream. When you lost your kid, it made you think, oh gosh, I got to make a change. I need to change, right? And that's what happened for me is when I lost custody of my son, the day I gave my son to CPS, I immediately said, take me to fucking detox now. Okay? Because I was like, I made the decision right then and there when they took my son from me that I was not going to throw my son's life away for drugs. And I was choosing right then and there to quit and turn my life around. And that's why I went to detox. You know what I'm saying? Does he have his ways? Oh, man. Yeah, so Jeanette, you'll see a lot of what they say is basically that mind. They say that we have been taught, okay, for years that addiction is this horrible disease and that our brains are hijacked. You'll see. It'll make you feel uncomfortable because it made me feel uncomfortable when he was talking about that because, like I said, I don't ever want to give anybody the idea that, like, I truly believe that we have a disordered brain, that our brains do not operate the same way a person who does not have the disease of addiction's brain operates. I believe that when substances are introduced into our bodies, that we don't metabolize them the same, or something is different, right? Something is different from us and a normal person, And the reason why I say this is because I have two little sisters. Yeah, it's uploading right now on my YouTube. I have two little sisters, okay? All three of us did drugs, okay? Out of the three of us, two of us are raging drug addicts, and one is not. And we all tried drugs, right? And so me and my sister Michelle, who became drug addicts, we both have mental health issues that are pretty bad. Now, my sister Christine, her mental health issues aren't as severe as me and my sister Michelle's are. And so I do believe that also has something to contribute to it. But it was an interesting conversation and certainly an interesting perspective. And so if you're somebody who's like I said, if you're somebody who wants to look at a different perspective and you want to learn, maybe you don't like AA or NA, maybe you don't like believing that you have a disease, then you should check him out. Like, I really think that you would like it. Okay, I gotta wash these dishes since I'm down here. So I think, who was it that was having issues? Joanne. So Joanne, girl, Somebody talking shit because you're on Suboxone? Is that what I heard you saying? Is that what's going on, honey? Because if that's the case, honey, I will come over there and I will talk to their motherfucking asses, okay? All you gotta do is let me know who it is, what their phone number is, and I got you. Okay? I got you. I will call their ass. Yeah, isn't that crazy how some of it's I even went to my boss and told them to drug test me so I would have some sort of accountability because they was letting me slide. I needed a drastic life change. Yes, I had to be removed from, hey Shauna, I had to be removed from the situation, from my addiction. So that's why I went into rehab. And that's why we all go into rehab, is because we need to be disconnected from our life in active addiction, somewhere where we can be, clean, alone, and learn a new way of living. And disconnecting from the old people, places, and things, getting away from our drug dealer, blocking his phone number, changing our phone numbers, is important. I even think if you have to move, go ahead and do it, honey. Now, I will tell you guys this. I moved and I still got high, okay? I moved and I still got high. So let it be known that no matter where you go, you're still with you. So you can't run away from yourself, all right? But geographical locations, like changes, they help some people, and if that's what you got to do, like I said, I support it 100%. Okay, I'm going to do the dishes. So what do we want to talk about now, y'all? Y'all better ask me some questions or I'm getting off here. You know what? I got off my my TikTok account to come over here and go live with you guys because y'all, my Facebook people, have just been so supportive and just been really just kicking ass and taking names. So I was like, you know what? I like going live over on Facebook more than I like going live on TikTok. My church family sent me to a Christian restaurant. Oh, good job. See, I'm happy that worked for you, Stephanie, but like for somebody like me, I couldn't go to a place like that. Like I had to go into a medical detox and get off of the drugs because I was on, like benzos, opiates, and I could have had a seizure, which I almost ended up having a seizure anyway because my the treatment center I was in ended up ripping me off cold turkey. You have no idea, y'all. Like, let me show y'all, okay, the house. So, they painted everything. Everything is freshly new paint. Alright? Freshly new paint. Then, this is all the stuff they have. These are all the cabinets that are going to be, that are drying. But, they did all this. Hey, Frankie. All this. Look at her. And this is see the carpets, how they're dirty? These all are going to get ripped out. So, yay! Too bad they're getting ripped out and we're going to be moving. Like, I've been trying to get my mother-in-law to fix this house up since we moved in. But you know how that goes. Mississippi here. What's up, girl? Now that we're moving out, she's going to fix it up. And I'm grateful that I didn't realize that they had, that everything was down here where we could actually come down here and lay in the living room. So what I'm going to do, whenever they start working on the upstairs, is I'm going to move all my stuff from the upstairs in my room here downstairs and sleep in the living room. So that'll be good. But damn, these carpets, man. When these carpets get taken out, it's going to look a lot better. It's going to look so good. Allison, are you trying to come on here? Okay. So I could go live over on my YouTube channel. I haven't went live over there in a while.
I hope you guys are having a great day. Welcome. Today we got some special guests coming on. I'm excited for them to come and share because y'all know how I am. So I'm all about like sharing. I'm all about like finding different pathways to recovery.
Finding different pathways to recovery. So what I'm going to do probably while I have you guys hanging out with me is I'm probably going to Windex everything because it's got all this white stuff on top of it from the paint and stuff. And then sweep and then vacuum while I'm down here. Might as well do it now. So that way I can get the living room to where we can actually sleep down here. Yeah. Energy. Okay, let's talk. You want me to talk about that? So, girl, that is the bane of my existence. Okay, I have struggled with my energy levels for years. Okay, and I have done everything you can think of to try and get energy. What I believe, okay, I believe because we abuse substances for so long, when we use substances, right, our brains overproduce dopamine. Okay, so you take a hit, right, and then the dopamine just starts flowing, right, because that's what happens when you take drugs. The dopamine. Well, now that we're sober, our brains don't know how to produce dopamine like before, right? And so now we have to find something to supplement it. Okay, I truly believe. Hold on. So what I had to do was I had to get on Wellbutrin. Wellbutrin has helped me with my energy levels. Okay, not completely though, not completely. I mean, it has been an everyday battle. Okay, I want you to understand that. When I got sober, I weighed 160 pounds. Okay, I looked great. The first 2 to 3 years that I was sober, I was fine. When the pandemic hit, I started binge eating really badly, and I gained 50, 60 pounds. Okay, I gained a lot of pounds. Okay, and I got really depressed because of the weight gain. Okay, like look at my boobs, they're fucking triple D's, dude. Okay, and a combination of all that weight gain and not having any energy, being super lethargic and tired and feeling like depressed, it was like a recipe for disaster, dude. Like I wanted to get high, right? I wanted to get high on meth so I could feel better, you know? And I was like, wow, what am I going to do? What can I do to help myself so I don't go out and use drugs and alcohol because I'm miserable, right? So I went to my doctor. This all happened just this year, okay? Because I kept putting it off. I kept putting it off and putting it off and putting it off because I just didn't want to go to the doctor. I didn't want to have to go to the doctor or anything. So I go to my doctor, and I'm honest, you guys. Like, I am bawling. I tell him everything. I tell him about how much weight I've gained, how depressed I am, how fucking lethargic, everything, right? And I'm begging him to help me, okay? So I'm on Wellbutrin already. I got on Wellbutrin with my Suboxone doctor, right? And so Dr. Pounders looks at me and says, well, normally I would prescribe you Vyvanse because you have binge eating disorder that will also help with your energy and it can help with your ADHD, right? But because you have a past history of addiction, I won't do that. So he just gave me more Wellbutrin. Okay? When I tell you guys, I went home and I took more Wellbutrin. I was so broken and so discouraged because even though I've been off drugs for 7 years, the doctor still won't treat me with the Vyvanse, with the medication that he would treat anyone else with, okay? So I have binge eating disorder, ADHD, okay? And then I was sharing all the other struggles that I had with him. Vyvanse is literally made for binge eating disorder. It's indicated to treat binge eating disorder and ADHD, right? Helps with ADHD. So I couldn't believe it that I was still experiencing this stigma, right? This stigma. Yeah, it's not Adderall, it's not amphetamine salt. So it operates differently in the body, but it's a stimulant type drug. And so for me, taking something like that would drastically, you guys, increase the quality of my life. And I would literally go and take pill counts and everything, right? But the doctors here, they don't see it like that. Instead of treating, I would take Strattera, right? Instead of treating the underlying issue, they would rather just not do that, and then I want to go out and use, right? Then I want to go out and find something that will help me with my energy or help me with my binge eating, right? And so I finally got to this point where I was like, I can't get help from anyone. Like, no doctor is going to help me, right? I went to see a doctor. They were going to put me on Strattera. I was so excited. Strattera is not a stimulant, okay? I was so excited. Then they found out I was on Lexapro, and they said I can't take it with Lexapro. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? You know, like one of my friends, she's an addict. She's been on Strattera for 12 years, and she said it changed her life. It helped her so much. And like I said, it's just, oh my God. Oh my God. That is a huge fucking water bug, roach looking thing. Oh my gosh, you guys, that scared the shit out of me. It literally just walked over to me from underneath my son's jacket. Oh gosh. God damn, these fucking motherfuckers. These fucking things are huge. And no, they're not roaches. They come from the outside. They're like those big water bug things. God damn it, dude. Ugh. But he just kept giving me more Wellbutrin. And I'm on like 350 milligrams of Wellbutrin. How much can I take? You know, that scared the shit out of me. It was really discouraging. And listen to me, I'm not drug seeking. I'm not looking for like, you know, oh, give me Adderall, you know. But when he said, I didn't even know what Vyvanse was. I didn't know it treated binge eating disorder. And when he said, hey, normally I would do this, but, so I left the doctor's office and I came back literally 3 days later, made a whole nother appointment. And I was so upset, crying, and I was like, you literally are discriminating against me because I'm an addict. You literally said it verbatim, that you wouldn't treat my issue because of my past history of addiction. When you've known me for the last 7 years and you know me in recovery, right? And he wouldn't help me. So anyway, the reason why I'm telling you all this is because what happened was I got to a point where I was at my wit's end, dude, and I was like, I'm taking matters into my own hands, right? I'm going to do what I have to do to help myself, okay? So I started researching different ways to help with energy, different ways to help with lethargy and all that. And I started finding these like natural supplements, okay? So I have this supplement, the NAD supplement, NAD Plus. I just got that in the mail, and it's a under the tongue sublingual supplement, and it's supposed to really help with your like ADHD. And I talked to the NAD guy, and he's going to help me learn how to dose it, okay? But it's literally a supplement. It's not a narcotic or anything like that. Then I found another supplement called, God, what was it called? I got to look it up, y'all. Submit rating. how you rated your video overall, okay? I'm trying to upload that video for y'all. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. I have been seeking out other alternatives, medications that are, you know, supplements that are not, you know, narcotic medications. So hopefully I will find something that works. Now, there's a couple videos on TikTok, right, where they talk about, add an end screen, where they talk about, hey, this supplement will give you energy, just like Adderall, blah, 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 blah. So I have to figure out what the name of it is. I'm fixing to look it up so I can show you guys. But when I look it up, y'all will see. It. So many people say how much it helps them. Oh, NAD. Oh, Vyvanse. Vyvanse is the Vyvanse. That is for binge eating disorder, and it helps with ADHD too. What time is it? 10:11? Okay. It's 10:11 p.m. I'm fixing to look up the thing. I'm just uploading this video, y'all. Bear with me, okay? Bear with me, honey. All right. Okay, got it. So I would love to be able to get B12 shots. Would love it. Would love it. Okay. My doctor called me in vitamin D because guess what? I went to the doctor. I had all my blood drawn because I know that there's something going on. Okay. I know I have something wrong. I just don't know what it is. Okay. And so I had my thyroid checked. I had this, that, and the third checked. I had barely any vitamin D, a little bit elevated cholesterol, and something else. And you know what? I'm going to show you the TikToks. Y'all got to see this shit, okay? There's women on TikTok saying that they had the same thing, and their doctors kept telling them, no, you're fine. There's nothing wrong. There's no problems with your thyroid. And there really was, because these regular doctors don't know how to test like an endocrinologist would. And that's who we need to see, is an endocrinologist. Okay? Okay, I'm glad that's uploading. Okay, hi. I'm fixing to show y'all. Because y'all are going to lose your minds when you see this. I lost my mind when I saw the TikToks. Because it totally resonated with me. All these women, all of us women are having these same issues. The same issues. Weight gain around the tummy area. Lethargy. No motivation. No energy. The sweating, the depression, all this, right? And I'm 40. I'm only 40. I'm not that old, you know? Here, I was on it for 10 years plus more that. But yeah, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. What do they not want us to know, Kathleen? What I didn't see that part. What do they not want us to know? Okay, so let me find out the like Adderall. Chris says it's like it's called getting old. No, this is not called getting old, okay? Like I'm telling you, man. If you're a man and you're commenting, you don't know. Okay, don't honestly, like this is a lot of stuff that a lot of women experience, and it's not just getting old. If it was just getting old, I would not be tripping, but it's like something you've never experienced before in your life. I shit every single day, Chris. Please don't come in here and be silly, because we're talking about something really serious that affects a lot of us, okay? And so if you think you're gonna come in here and be silly, just go ahead and get out. Like a lot of women struggle with this, and a lot of people struggle with this so badly that they don't ever get relief or help for it, and it drives them to go out and use, you know, and then we end up losing people because of it, you know. And so if doctors Doctors don't even, I don't even think doctors know how to treat us. You know what I mean? Because they don't understand women's hormones, okay? That's another thing. So I do have an appointment with an OBGYN that is a woman. And that's what I would suggest to all of you ladies out there that are having the same problems. And let me tell y'all something, okay? I have started walking every day. I've started eating healthy, and I'm still struggling, okay? So I understand. Actually, years and years before that too, it sucks. Yeah, that's why I was taking drugs, because I had no energy and felt horrible, you know? They do not want you to know you can handle this without prescription medication. Yeah, I'm experiencing all the same things and have a history of addiction. I'm on Suboxone too, so I can't get the help I need either. It sucks. Hey, Brianna. Wow, I didn't realize how many of you guys felt the same way I feel. And, you know, I used to think, thanks, Nancy. It's uploading right now. It's at 94%. A lot of people are going through the same thing. You're not alone, okay? Let me tell y'all that. Y'all are not alone. We are not, you know, like, a lot of people are feeling this. A lot of people. So, let me find these damn videos for y'all. Why is it hormones? Hormone. Okay. So, like I was saying, a lot of these doctors, they don't know how to help you. Those of us that have these hormone issues, and they don't, it's like you have to see a specialist. And then do you know how expensive it is to help get an endocrinologist to actually check your thyroid and all that? I'll take staying sober and using the supplements any day. What supplements are you using, Rita? Hold on, where is this at? Okay, let me see. Lady that there's that fucking water bug again, dude. Yes, Brianna, yes, I totally understand. I totally understand. And that's when I went into my doctor and I told him, like, I am literally, like, here's the thing. I don't want to be high, but I want to be able to get out of the bed and actually feel like functioning, you know? And it's so depressing whenever you feel not like yourself, you know? I can't remember the last time I felt good about myself, you know, or felt like I had any kind of energy or motivation. Like, I have to push myself, dude. I have to push myself. And it's fucking depressing, dude. You know, it's fucking depressing. Damn, I'm not gonna be able to find a video on all these videos on TikTok, but there's so many women who are talking about the same thing, about how they, you know, are struggling. Also, have all of you guys been checked for, like, PCOS and stuff like that? Because I know, like, a lot of women struggle with that. Polycystic ovarian syndrome. Okay, so this is 5-HTP. No, that's not it. I'm looking. Okay, here we go.
ADHD.
Supplements.
Ow? Really? Hi, it's Emma here, your clinical psychotherapist.
So, big time brain boosters. And I'm telling you guys, they talk about ways to heal your gut here on TikTok. All kinds of, like, really great, you know, like, suggestions and stuff that you could try. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to get a heavy metal detox. Okay, so there's this thing, it's called, I'll show you right now, it's called Zeolite. Okay, and my friend on TikTok, Sober Sis, is doing it. All right, hey RJ, my friend, the Sober Sis is doing it. She's detoxing her whole body from these heavy metals, right? her kids are doing it, everything. And she said that it has literally changed her life.
What are some key things that you should be doing for somebody that's wanting to start a heavy metal detox? This is going to be added to the Zeolite playlist. You can just go right back to it if they need to see it again, but I want to talk to you guys about what is really important to do prior to doing a heavy metal detox. Numero uno, we are getting heavy metals, toxins, things that are a burden in our body. We are getting encapsulated by zeolite and then carried on out in a very safe manner. But you want to make sure that your lymphatic system is working properly, okay? Reason being is that if we are taking zeolite and it's getting the toxins and it's trying to bring the toxins out, but it's not able
really,
to,
RJ?
think of it as like a king toad, right? It's not getting out.
So, have you guys ever seen, let me see where it's at, where they are talking about like having parasites in our gut and all that? So these detoxes help you to clean all that out.
To keep asking about the heavy metal toxicity chart, I want to share this with you guys. Why it's so important to do a heavy metal detox at least 2 times a year at least. The zeolite that I'm using is a daily cellular detox, which is something that I am, thank you God, that I found. So anyways, I want you guys to really just take a look at this and see if there's anything that really sticks out to you.
Anxiety and nervous tendencies, metals, thallium. So these are metals that could be in your system that contribute to your issues. So let's look up like lethargy and lack of motivation and being super tired. Poor concentration and attention, aluminum and lead. I can't find anything, but anyway, that's what I've been looking up into. I've been looking up into doing these detoxes where it literally will make you, you're gonna crap, okay? You're gonna crap a lot, but you crap out all this bad stuff and it'll help you. So if I'll get it and then I'll try it and then I'll tell you all about it. So that was one thing that I've been looking up that I think like it could help me just overall, you know? Yeah, you gotta go slowly down, RJ, or else you'll be wishing you had never lived. Okay? Is the Suboxone just not helping with your pain? And that's great, dude. Get you my sister is MA. She does medical marijuana. I wouldn't recommend completely selling all at once on your own. It's fairly scary. Yeah. Always hyperhanical. Okay, let's get back to the energy supplement. Sorry, guys. That's what I was bringing y'all here for. Energy. See what I'm saying? Like, I get so off task. Supplements for women. I'm in Arkansas. Yeah. If you can get off and stay off, I'll be very, very proud of you. Oh, come on now. Natural energy. Well, they're like voting on it in November here on whether or not they're going to let it be like legal, you know, because it's, you still, like, you can't buy it here. Like, you have to buy it from a dispensary and have a card. Okay, come on, man. I know that. So there was a video that went viral, dude, and I literally was trying to, like, it went so viral because it was saying this is natural Adderall, basically natural energy, you know. Let's see what this one says. There it is. Okay. L-tyrosine. L-tyrosine.
This is a work of
okay.
art. This is a work of art. This is a work of art. But this.
L-tyrosine, that one.
Is a work of art.
Okay, so let's look at
work of art.
L-tyrosine. Yeah, that's it, Chris. All right, let's see what this lady says. I like it when people talk.
As some of you may know, I was hit by lightning in 2013. Since then, my brain has been less than perfect, or even halfway perfect. So I found something on TikTok. Here it is, L-tyrosine. I'm going to give you an update, probably once a week for a month.
Oh, come on.
TikTok made me buy it. Day 1, I'll give an update around day 3.
Okay, let's see what this lady said about it. She bought it. Let's see. Oh, God, I'm going to have to go through her whole damn account. Oh, no. Day 1. Where's day 3 at? Oh, doesn't look like there is a day 3.
TikTok made me buy it. Day 1, I'll give an update around day 3.
Boo-hoo. Does L-tyrosine work for ADHD? Let's listen to this.
Hey guys, Dr. C here with Psych Doc TikTok, and we were tagged in this video to talk about L-tyrosine and ADHD. Well, let's talk about it. So what is L-tyrosine exactly? Well, if you look at this pathway here, it's a precursor to the creation of dopamine, norepinephrine, and epinephrine. As we know, in ADHD, there's a dysregulation of these neurotransmitters, and because of that dysregulation, there's issues through the circuitry of the brain. So the idea of getting a precursor to these neurotransmitters is that if you take it, then you'll get an increase in dopamine or norepinephrine.
So it doesn't get, these women were saying it gave them energy, and so 1 week update.
Welcome back, guys. Here is my 1 week update on taking L-tyrosine.
Yeah, I might.
I have noticed seriously such a difference. I've only been taking it Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and today is Friday. Also, it's my birthday, so... But anyway, I've noticed such a difference. I am so much more focused. I have been in such a good mood. I have been sleeping so well. And usually I have really bad dreams and I wake up a lot of times at night, but I have not been doing that. I haven't had to take melatonin at all this week, which I usually do every night. And I just overall feel like I feel better. Like I just am in.
Okay, so a lot of you guys have tried it. Okay, good to know. Now, I'm not trying to get like I don't want to feel like jittery or nothing, because I can just take caffeine for that, you know what I mean? And I do. Let me tell you guys what I do to kind of like fight my lethargy. I take 200 milligram caffeine pills every morning when I wake up, because I don't drink coffee, and that kind of like gets my system started and gets me moving around. But even caffeine, it's just like, you know, I don't think this is just, it's not just an energy thing, it's a mind thing too for me. So like the lethargy and not feeling like I can get up and do things, it's like not just about me not feeling like I can move, it's in here too. And so I've really been trying to like change my thinking, and instead of saying, oh, I don't feel good, I can't do this, I've been trying to tell myself, you can do this, get up girl, it's okay, move something, you know what I mean? And I've been working really hard on trying to like build myself up. And here's the thing, I've lost almost 35 pounds, okay? I went from 235 to 204 or something like that. And it's been like 4 or 5 months. It took me a while to lose that, but I've lost it significantly over time, really slowly, okay? And I was a lot bigger than I am now. I'll show y'all videos on my TikTok. And I have felt better since I've started losing weight, because it has inspired me, it has motivated me, and it has made me have like hope that I can get rid of this weight and feel better about myself. Okay, so I was in such a deep depression hole because of being overweight, you know, gaining all this weight, that I felt like there was no hope for me. Like I was never going to lose weight. I was going to be like this for the rest of my life. And you guys, when I tell you this, I have never been this big in my life. Killed that motherfucker. Okay? I have never been this big. When I got back from prison, I was 210 pounds when I got back from prison. Yeah, these motherfuckers are glad. They better be happy that they fucking didn't ruin our damn food, because I got damn cauliflower I can't eat because Like, I don't have nothing to cut it up with, dude. And I want to eat it so bad. Oh, gosh. All my dishes are somewhere else. It pisses me off. Did you see that those Red Dawn energy drinks that they have? Those Red Dawn energy drinks have phenibut in them, okay? Like, I can't even really eat anything at my house because it's all fucking, all our shit is in the garage. Come on, baby. Jetta, come on. So my friend, Nikki, she was taking the Red Dawn energy drinks, right? And she went to her sub doctor, and her sub doctor was like, you failed a drug test. And she was like, what? You know, she's not using. And she's like, for what? And she said phenibut, right? And so they looked up the Red Dawn online, and it's actually a hidden ingredient in Red Dawn. It's phenibut. Phenibut is like an anxiety medication, like a calm down medication. And so what I told her, I said, you know what? They probably put the supplement phenibut in with that Red Dawn because it gives you so much energy it causes anxiety, right? And so that's probably why they put it in there. But what some people are doing is they're getting on nootropics, okay? Phenibut, other supplement drugs, and like, you have to be really careful with that stuff, because I have known people who get on this stuff and then they're like, they're taking it every day, and it really does, like, they can't stop taking it, right? Because they're like nootropics. I don't know how to explain it, but they're smart drugs is what they're called, smart drugs. And so, yeah, I'll show you my weight loss. My weight loss. Look, that's me now.
All right,
that was me then. Look,
first of all, what I'm
can you see a difference?
I'm going to share with you how I got started on X-Like. What does it feel like? What does it do?
Look at
all
this.
Right, so first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share
I actually have like a little doot like that. It goes in now, like? Instead of being just like.
All right, so first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you how I got started.
So that's where I was going through my videos on TikTok, and it literally, it hit me like a ton of bricks, because I was like, oh my God, I can see my progress. And you guys have to understand something. Like, I have been being made fun of about being overweight by people here on Facebook. That lady that passed away that's been harassing me, she would post things about me being fat, make fun of me for eating when I would eat food with you guys on a live stream, make fun of me for eating on live stream, just like wicked ass mean shit, you know what I mean? And so it really, really affected me, dude. So seeing that I have lost a little bit of weight, it helped me with my self-confidence a lot, because I was really, really struggling. But anyway, I'm about to get off here and go lay down, I think, y'all. Yeah, there's no point in doing that to somebody, you know, especially somebody like anybody, it doesn't matter. There's no reason to pick somebody apart, you know, because you don't like them or you don't support them, you know. And it's crazy though, like my friend called me last night.
What's up, everybody?
Oh shit.
Welcome back to...
And he was like, hey, she died. You know, she called me and told me, because she was posting about me like daily on her Facebook page, like fucking talking shit about me, posted pictures of my son, and she's like, she's older, you know, and for over a year, and she passed away, and I could not believe it. I was like, that means she's not going to harass me anymore. Oh my God, you know. So, oh good.
Video on my YouTube channel, so if you miss it, you'll be able to rewatch it over there.
It's premiering, y'all.
Yeah, so we're just gonna wait until they get here. I'm just gonna check back.
Hold on. Thank you. Well, it just, can you imagine like okay, coming online, you know, wanting to help people, right? Wanting to help people, coming online, being of service to others, trying to do the right thing, and having people talk about your weight and your teeth, you know? And open mind. Please keep an open mind tonight when always want to bring to you different paths to recovery. Mark has some really I don't believe in everything he says, but I do like learning about different paths, Okay, so what I had to do was I had to post a little disclaimer on this video because I already know people are going to be freaking out because, you know, he believes that addiction is not a disease. So what that means is that everybody's going to say, does that mean you think that addiction is not a disease, Nicole? Me too. I'm going to take a shower here in a second. Oh, I want to tell y'all something. Do you guys have the little chicken dots on the back of your arms? So mine are getting so smooth. Listen to what I did. I have been looking at this stuff online called KP Bump Eraser. KP Bump Eraser. And so you know what, I ordered it and I put it on before I get in the shower, right? I rub it on. I let it sit on there for about 5 minutes before I get in the shower. Then I get in the shower. I exfoliate it all off. Y'all, they're going away. It literally got rid of the bumps on my arms. Okay? So those bumps are just like ingrown hairs and shit like that. And so it really, really works. It's like an AHA, glycolic acid, kind of like cream. And that helps like pull, it works. So if you have those little bumps on your arms, I know a lot of people do, y'all should try it for real. For real. You different paths to recovery. I don't believe in everything he says, but I do like learning about different paths. Mark has been sober for like 35, has been sober over 20 years. He developed sorry guys, the freedom model because he wanted to, okay. So I think it's really cool. There we go. Put that on there. Hey Lindsay, what's up? What was it? It is called it's by not Pharmacy. I have it in my bathroom. I'll take y'all up there in a minute and show y'all what it is. It's really good though. It's working. Is that not posting? Well, that's crazy that it's not posting the fucking oh, it's because there's too many fucking words, Nicole. Duh. Alright, there we go. Yeah, anytime, yeah. Hey, Lindsay, why did you leave that group, girl? I saw you leave. You snuck out, honey. Why'd you leave? If you want to just do your own meeting in the group by yourself, you can do that, okay? I just was thinking I'll put people together in a group and it will make it easier. Well, it didn't. It didn't make it any easier, so I'm sorry about that. I hope you're not upset. Mono. And for those of you guys that are just coming in here, I'm about to get off here because I need to go clean my ass and take a shower. But if you guys are interested in helping me with facilitating like live streams in my Facebook group, and you would like to be a live stream facilitator, you can let me know, and you will have, I will let you be a live stream facilitator, because I need people to do that. So if you're into that and you want to, you know, start doing lives, go upstairs, Jetta, upstairs. Then I would love for you to come and help me out. Okay? Okay. All right, my loves. I'm going to get off here and go take a shower because I'm all sweaty and nasty. And I just want you guys to know how much I enjoyed being live with y'all tonight. I love going live with y'all. For some reason, I've just been really enjoying being live with my Facebook people. I feel like we have been connecting so much lately. And you guys understand and y'all get me. And I really just enjoy it. So Jeanette, just so you know, that video is uploaded now, sweetheart. And I just shared it on my Facebook page too, if you want to get it there. Yes, I'll show you the cream. Yes, yes, yes. Woo, hoo, hoo. I'm sweating. Hold on, y'all. Let me get off my computer and we'll go up there together, okay? Fucking Robin Tucker. Hey, thanks, Shauna. I appreciate you, honey. I appreciate every one of you guys. Y'all just are amazing. Y'all help me so much with my own recovery, and y'all help me be confident. And I just love being able to help you guys and, you know, be a part of y'all's lives. So let's go look at this bumper racing stuff. Y'all are gonna be amazed. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna take a shower because I'm sweaty as hell. Okay. Here it is. Right here. It is called KP Bump Eraser by First Aid Beauty. First Aid Beauty. KP Bump Eraser. And what I do, I'll show y'all real fast. Since I'm going to take a shower, I put it on my arms. I rub it in before I even get in the shower. And it's got grit. You'll feel the grit. And I'm telling y'all, this is just a sample size. Okay? I got it for free from Sephora. The big size is a big tube. Hey, Precious. It's okay, girl. You're okay. You are okay. I understand being busy. So, don't even trip. So, I stick it on my arms like that. And I just let it sit for about 5 minutes. And then I jump in the shower and wash it off. Do my normal thing. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay? All right, you guys. Good night. See y'all tomorrow.